Hey everyone, it's the Roman Stray Dog here. So I was asked by a number of people to do a video on crating of our Yamaha T7s that we ship down to South America. So I have another video on YouTube here, and I'll share the link with that down in the comments. But it was a fairly easy process, believe it or not. So what I did is I have friends that own a Yamaha dealership in the Vancouver area. And I went to them and I asked them if they could save me some of the crates that they received the Yamaha T7s in from the manufacturer in Japan. And that was not a problem for them, because what they do with the crates when they're finished with them, they just send them off to be recycled. So they're like a 6-piece aluminum framed crate that is easily disassembled. So I went down to the dealership and I picked up a couple of them, and my buddy Rob here picked up one locally. And yeah, so I had those crates for probably a year or more, maybe 2 years before we actually made the trip. So but yeah, just contact your local Yamaha dealership, and I'm sure that they'll be more than happy to save you a crate or two for the T7. Now, there may be other crates that would, from other Yamaha, like maybe the MT-07 or something, that would fit this as well, but you do need 2 specific bolts that bolt to the top of the triple clamp that hold the bike in there. And then you also need a plate at the bottom that attaches to the front fork, so you need to take off the rear wheel. So this first picture I have here is with the crate sitting in the bike, loaded in my truck with my bike, and I'm heading off to Vancouver. So I drove down to the dealership in Vancouver and dropped off my bike in the crate, and then came back a couple of days later to crate it up. And these next few pictures are of Rob and Steve and I crating 2 bikes. So this took probably, I don't know, maybe about 4 hours to do this, like a couple of hours per bike. So this the second image on the left hand side. So that first bike is all crated up and ready to go, and we're working on the other bike now. So you can see the bike in there. We put all our gear in the bike as well, so that was all of the gear in the crate as well, so that was really handy. We shipped it along as well. And so here are the 2 crates ready to go. We shrink wrapped them and taped them and wrote on them, no forklift on this side. Yeah, so it went pretty smoothly. This is a photo of the 3 of us in the middle, and GA, that's Gary on the right hand side, the owner of GA Checkpoint, and one of the sales guys on the left. Here's the crate in my truck, so they loaded it in my truck. And here's a forklift loading it into Rob's truck. So yeah, that went all pretty smoothly. And then we drove down to All Cargo and YVR at Vancouver Airport, dropped off the crates, did all our paperwork there. We got a quote from them before, and here's the tag on the crate, being handled by Moto Logistics in Santiago. And here's our trip across to Toronto, the flight path across to Toronto. The bikes actually flew on the same plane that we did, so that was pretty cool. And then when we got to Santiago, we showed up at the cargo place the next day, and here we are unloading the bikes. And that was a much faster process, obviously, and here we are, the bikes are almost ready to go. Yeah, and so our first full day of riding, we rode up across the Andes, which was really absolutely spectacular. So we went from almost sea level up to about 14,000 feet. It was just unbelievable. So if you get a chance, you got to do this ride across the Andes into Argentina, just north of Chile. It's absolutely spectacular. I really recommend this. And yeah, got to this pass here, the Mirador del Cristo Redentor, And then on the way down and into Argentina, yeah, there's the monument at the top of the pass. Down our way into Argentina, we passed Agaconqua, which is one of the 7 tallest mountains in the world. Here are details of the shipping costs from Vancouver to Santiago, Chile. So in air freight, it was about $3,100 US, and the contact I used was Air All Cargo Express. And then I needed a customs agent in Santiago, Chile, and his name is Julio, and that was about $150, and he can be reached on Facebook at Moto Logistics or by his email there. And when I shipped it, I had to include a full, detailed, itemized list of everything that went in the crate. So that's it, and thanks for watching, and don't forget to check out the other videos on my YouTube channel. And in the comments below, I have a link to my other video about crating.